In this video, we say goodbye to one crew member before welcoming 2 new ones, and then we do some last-minute provisioning before we set off across the Mona Passage. This season of Sailing Doodles features Bobby, Taylor, and Josephine as we set sail for the Caribbean in our 1989 CT56. This channel is made possible by our patrons. Thank you so much. In our previous video, we sailed from Turks and Caicos down to Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. It was a great sail. We only filmed there for a little bit and then headed down the coast to Samana. Although we had a great sail down to the Dominican Republic, we had to motor into the trade winds on rolly seas to Samana. All right, we made it. They're looking really cheerful this morning. They didn't sleep too well. You can see by the inside of our cabin, things got it a little disheveled. And then I
everything is wet. My whole bed is
soaked.
And I just cleaned half the boat.
Yeah, man. You have to clean it again because it's a bit of a mess in here. As you can see, we rolled quite a bit last night.
I got seasick.
Yeah, Taylor, what happened?
I actually threw up for the first time.
And it's the first time I ever take care of someone that's seasick that's not myself.
It was not fun. So as it turns out, I was not actually seasick. We think it's the water that we filled up with in Puerto Plata. Because a few hours ago, Josephine started throwing up.
I hate it.
And she feels awful. I've been throwing up all day. We've been in the marina since 9 this morning. I've been throwing up all day. And Bobby was kind of like, didn't really have a lot of sympathy for us. He was kind of laughing at us like, oh no, you're fine. And now, look who just got sick.
I feel great. What are you talking about? I feel great.
Uh-huh.
She's totally making that up.
He was just laying here groaning and whining. So it's a suffer fest here on board Naughty Dogs. And we need to get some bottled water. That's basically what we've concurred.
We are leaving the boat for the first time in about 24 hours. We all got sick, so the water down here in the Dominican, don't drink it. Because we don't, man, it's rolly, it's so rolly,
yeah,
Marina. I guess the swells are coming in from over there. But, so the, we don't have a water maker that's working on the boat, so that's one thing we want to do somewhat soon, so we had to fill up with Dominican water. And we put a little bleach, you know, the recommended amount of bleach in the water to purify it for the tanks. Yeah, it didn't work because we all got sick yesterday.
Yeah.
So, but
and like Bobby, I got sick first, and I thought it was the seasickness because it was kind of a rough night. But then I was sick when we got to land, and like I slept most of the day. I woke up, Josephine had been throwing up, and I'm like, okay, this isn't just me. And Bobby was kind of like laughing at us like, oh, haha, you guys are sick or whatever. And then half an hour later, he gets it. So we were all in a big supper fest.
Yeah, I only had it for about 5 or 6 hours, a really bad feeling, and then now I feel pretty good.
I mean, I'm not 100%, but I'm definitely feeling better than yesterday.
Well, all our cushions are wet. It got rainy last night, so let's go to lunch or something. Mostly once you get down to the Caribbean is that it's all concrete docks. And, you know, like here, the finger doesn't go out far enough. Even if we had backed in, the finger wouldn't be out far enough for us to use our side entry, so we're kind of having to jump off there. And, I mean, because this thing does not back up. So basically, there are several different types of keels and several different types of rudders. We have a full keel with a full keel attached rudder. So, backing up in this boat, you basically have no steering because, okay, in a normal rudder, you have the keel forward, then you have an independent fin, you know, rudder that helps you turn. Well, this boat has a full keel, and then attached to that is a rudder, so it just doesn't give you as much authority in reverse, so it's really hard to back this thing up. We have a company that's talking about giving us a stern thruster, so we may do that. Maybe that'll help us back into slips, but it doesn't really matter because we don't have a walk-through transom anyway. If you're ever passing through Samana, Marina Puerto Bahia is a pretty nice and inexpensive place to stay. It has a gorgeous pool area that is the perfect place to watch the sunset with your fellow cruisers. Yep, those are bags. Somebody's packing up and leaving. We got a crew member leaving.
Yep. Mine.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Josephine is leaving. She's got, she needs a root canal.
Yeah, it's bad. I just felt it pop.
Yeah.
So she's going to Puerto Rico with some other people that are leaving right now, basically. And so she's gonna get in a taxi and head to go see them, and then go to Puerto Rico and get your tooth taken care of.
Yeah, but we'll stay at a friend's family and hopefully I'll catch up with you.
Yeah, well, we'll be there in a few weeks, so we'll see you there.
See you there.
All right.
Oh, I don't want to leave. No. Oh, read my book. Read my book.
I definitely will. I gotta translate that too.
All right. Well, good having you aboard.
No, it's good to be here. We'll come back.
Okay.
Don't give my bed away.
All right.
I'll take it back.
Okay, sounds good.
You've been so great, Josephine.
Yeah, you too. This is like the best boat.
Aww.
I really don't want to leave, but it's the best decision for now.
We love you.
I love you too.
It was a sad goodbye, but Josephine had to take care of her dental issues.
Yeah, she's quite the vagabond. We didn't get a whole lot of chance to, I guess, introduce her much, but because I was gone so much while she was here. But she hitchhiked around the U.S. for a while. She sailed around the Caribbean for a year or two. So, hey, good luck in her forward adventures.
We'll miss you.
Yep. Kind of organizing things today. I replaced the foot switch on our windlass that was not working, and there's getting power to it. But there's like a solenoid that it connects to that I can show you here. It's extremely rusted. I'm sure that's got to be the problem because the windlass is not working any longer. It's getting power to the switch, but not through the rest of the system. The problem is that we've already pulled a bunch of stuff out here, and I know I have the spare part somewhere in here, but it sucks because you got to like pull everything out to get at it, and then she's not happy.
Well, we had to reorganize the front storage locker anyway because a bunch of salt water had gotten in on our last sail because the hatch wasn't fully closed.
That's probably why it got rusted on the little windlass.
Everything was just kind of a disaster. So we got to pull it all out anyway.
So another problem is that solenoid's not easy to get up to. You gotta crawl up in there and get in an awkward position. That's most of boat work though, is working in an awkward position, kind of like the back of a Volkswagen. Storage on a boat is always an issue and can make things difficult at times. Well, I gave up trying to find the part, and so we went to the automotive store and just bought one. It was $12 at the automotive store, so I'm gonna install that now. We actually got some guys, they're working on the bright work right now, so they're polishing all the stainless, and they're doing a great job. So they're polishing all the stainless, and there's a lot on this boat for 150 bucks. So I think that's a pretty good deal, and it's looking really good. So windlass issues, you can see the old one is just completely rusted. I'm sure it's no good, and we just bought a new one. So changing that out, it's you gotta be able to squirrel into small spaces up here.
Well, believe it or not, this is actually supposed to be technically another cabin.
If you had a professional captain, this is where he would sleep, which I don't know where you'd store anything.
How would you like to sleep in there?
No thanks. Alright, we are going to pick up our guests. This is always a pain getting off this thing.
Teamwork.
We are on our way to go pick up our guests. They're gonna be with us for 2 or 3 weeks, So our guests for the next couple weeks are Babe, Where's My Passport? They are another YouTube channel. They're a travel vlog, so they kind of take you all over the world. They don't do it sailing, they just fly to the destinations and do that, but pretty interesting couple. They're from England and Holland, I believe. And so they're gonna sail with us for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get like a collaboration with some like non-sailing channels for a while. It's just been hard to track people down that are available to do it, so I'm excited about it. Rental cars are pretty cheap in the Dominican. I think we were paying about $30 a day with insurance. Hola! so we finally meet in the flesh. We have Theodora, Graeme. Pleasure to meet you guys. Yes, I gotta give you a hug too. Yeah. And then of course Taylor.
I like hugs.
All right, so they are Babe, Where's My Passport? They're on YouTube as well. There's a link, I'm sure, popping up somewhere. You can check these guys out.
Yeah, definitely.
They are going to be adventuring with us for the next 2 weeks or however long.
We can't wait. I think you emailed us about a year ago. And we were like, oh, who's this guy? And then we checked your shadow out, and now like a year later, we're here.
Hey, it worked out. So all right, let's get this thing loaded up. Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
All right. So we got them back to the boat and loaded up, and then it was time to welcome them on board, sailing Doodles style. Welcome to Samana and on Naughty Dogs.
Thanks.
Thank you for having us.
Guys.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. We got a 24-hour sail. We're kind of out of fresh food, so we're gonna go get some of that. You ready to go to the grocery store?
Go provision.
Yeah, Dominican shopping. We're just gonna get just enough to get us to Puerto Rico, maybe, well, and spares. But I think the Puerto Rican grocery stores will be a little better. While we were headed off to the grocery store, we left our hookah rig running so that the guys could clean the bottom of our boat.
Hey, what's up, man?
Does it work good?
Yes.
Okay. They got their little spear gun there.
Yeah.
So,
That's hold a fish?
well, maybe they see something they want to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's tonight's dinner?
Yeah, right. So work is so inexpensive in the DR. A lot of people come to the DR to have their boats refit. So I mean, I had all our Brightwork scrubbed. I mean, so every piece of stainless on there. I didn't even negotiate. They charged like 150 bucks. I probably could have got it for 100. And they're cleaning the entire hull for 100 bucks, which you can get that cheaper too in places. Like I got it for about half that in Mexico, but you know, when you're in these places, it's often easier just to have them do it. So this area here is the Malecon. It's kind of like the main drag on there. And then this bay is actually a decent anchorage, but we read the reviews on this bay, and all of them were like, go to the Marina unless you want your dinghy stolen. So it's kind of unfortunate that the crime is so high here.
Before shopping, we needed to grab some lunch.
Taylor asked for some salsa, and they brought this. It's very questionable. We asked for like picante sauce.
I'm sure it is picante.
I'm sure it probably tastes amazing. I'm just worried about the cholera I'm gonna get from it or something.
I'm not risking it.
Yeah, it was fast. So.
With more intestinal issues averted, we had to go and get groceries.
The supermarkets here are a little more barren. I mean, I'm sure there's places you can go to get whatever you need, but I don't know, we're only gonna get enough just to get us over to Puerto Rico.
There wasn't much as far as fresh stuff in the market, so we came to like a locals market where they actually have fruit stands and everything, so stock up.
It's really cheap here, so like we got all this for potatoes, carrots, lettuce, celery for like less than $3. Pretty good.
Well guys, I'd say that was kind of a successful mission. Total successful mission. We got a good haul. Look at the goods. We're not going to be, even if we get lost at sea, we're not going to be starving. That's for sure. For the first little bit. Yeah.
We were setting sail in the morning, so it was one more afternoon to enjoy the beautiful pool. Not bad out here, huh?
It's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For our first kind of like full day. Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
If this is sailing life, then
Yeah,
might be a boat.
Sign me up.
It's sailing life.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think?
Awesome views. I really like it.
Yeah. Be sure to tune in next episode as we set off across the Mona Passage, but first, some whales. If you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications of our next video. And of course, it's our patrons that make this channel possible.